Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Rachel Lumbaum. I'm going to be your professor for Management 4800 this semester. So I wanted to just make a quick video to give you an overview of the course and inform you of a few things that maybe might be helpful for you. So let's go ahead and get started. This is the course homepage. There's directions on how to get started. I always suggest starting with the Start Here tab, and pretty much everything you need to know is there. So let's go ahead and look at that. All right, so there's getting started. There's a link to the course syllabus. You can open it in a PDF, download it, save it, print it. There's everything you need to know. There are 2 textbooks in this class plus an assessment you need to purchase. The first textbook is the Strategic Management: A Competitive Advantage Approach Concepts. This is an all-inclusive textbook, meaning that you will automatically have access to it, and I'll show you how to do that in a minute from day one, and you'll automatically be charged for it. Same thing with this Peregrine Outbound assessment. This is something that all of our seniors are required to take for accreditation purposes. So you will automatically be charged for that as well. The other one is Applying Business Concepts. This is actually an ebook that has 5 simulations. It was created by my coworker Craig Miller and myself. And one of the things that one student brought up to me was, why do I have to buy this book if you wrote it? And that is a very good question. So it's kind of so it's actually a package of simulations and case studies. To be honest, the reason that we went with this publisher and went with a publisher instead of providing it for free was because we were having accessibility issues with Canvas. So we were able, through the publisher, to hire an actual software developer to create the simulations in a web platform so that they were accessible specifically to online students. So we have worked really hard with our publisher to make this affordable. And I will give you an example. I was recently at a conference and there were instructors telling me, oh, we really love this simulation. It's $100 for one simulation per student. And so it made me feel really good that ours was much more affordable and provided 5 simulations. But I just wanted to note that the web development cost to actually create this software package was pretty significant. And so it's just really, part of creating something that's accessible for all our students. So kind of like you would for any other textbook or any other simulation package. It just costs money to get them out there. So that is why you have to buy them and they're not free. You can read about myself. Communicating, email is by far the best way to communicate with me. I check my email multiple times a day. I will get back to you within 24 hours, probably sooner. You can call me. This is my office number, but it's routed straight to my cell phone. So I'm not real great at answering my cell phone if I don't know the person who's calling, but if you leave a message, I'll get right back to you, okay? Also, I do have office hours, Mondays and Wednesdays, 11 to noon, or by appointment if you want to meet with me between that 11 and noon time when you know I'll always be available, or if you want to make another time, evenings included, just shoot me an email and I'll get you a Zoom link and meet, okay? Like I said, you can always expect me to respond within 24 hours, Monday through Friday, probably sooner. I do check my email on the weekends as well. And I usually will have everything graded within 5 to 7 business days of the final deadline. So you can keep that in mind as well. If I won't get it graded by then, I'll communicate to you that it will take a little longer. You can look at the learning outcomes. You can look at the research and reading requirements. For forums, there is a rubric. I do expect that for all discussion forums that you will post your own initial post and then respond to a minimum of 2 students. Your replies should really add to the conversation. The whole goal of the discussions is to emulate a discussion that might be had in a physical classroom. If you don't respond to at least 2 classmates' posts, you will not get full points for that forum. There's info on preparing papers, APA referencing, exam policies. All my exams are open book, open note. However, they are timed. So you get about 1 minute per question. The reason I do open book, open note is because, in the real world, in the real world, we have access to references and internet and so forth if we don't remember something. So I would rather have you look it up and then learn what it was than to just get it wrong. So my goal is for you to be successful, but to also learn the content. And part of learning is looking up things we don't know. So there you go. Here's a link to the library. Here's a link to Disability Resource Center, the Academic Assistance, or I think it's now the Student Success Center. If you want a tutor, contact the Student Success Center. You can always contact me with questions. If you have an accommodation, I should get a letter from our Disability Resource Center. But if you do need accommodations, please reach out to me or the Disability Resource Center so that we can help you to be successful. All right. If we go back to the home page, you'll see there's the getting started, there's info to office hours. And anytime you can click on the modules over here or on the unit you want to do, and it should bring you right to that unit. So the units are all labeled. They're usually about 3 chapters per unit. And then if you go, you can literally just click on that and it'll give you all the info for that unit. And you can go to the next for chapter 1, chapter 2. There's optional resources, chapter 3. And then here's a link to your assignments as well. So that's kind of the gist. Also, to get started, if you go to the modules, please note that there is a syllabus quiz and an introduction forum. And here's the link that you can click to access the strategic management textbook from David and David. The only other thing is, I'm going to go back to the home page. For the Applying Business Concepts book, you can get this through the bookstore, but it's actually a little bit cheaper if you go straight through the publisher. So I will actually provide a link to purchase that, and you will need that by unit number 2. All right, and that's just a code to get into their website. If you have problems logging in, let me know. All right, with that, if you have any questions at any time, feel free to shoot me an email or call me, and I look forward to getting to know you all throughout the semester. Have a good one.